Good morning and welcome to the 2019 Youth Awards Ceremony. I'm John Naland, President of the Foreign Service Youth Foundation. Since its founding 30 years ago this very month, FSYF has helped children of U.S. citizen employees serving overseas adapt to their changing environments as they transition between posts worldwide. Our motto is embrace the adventure. We encourage kids to face the amazing opportunities and the challenges that are part of growing up in the Foreign Service. Today, in our annual awards ceremony, we are joined by the Associates of the American Foreign Service Worldwide and the American Foreign Service Association to honor 75 amazing young people. Most of them could not be here today since 2/3 or more of the Foreign Service is stationed overseas, but we are delighted to honor those who are here today with us. These awards are made possible by the financial support of generous donors listed in your program, by the dedicated efforts of the adults who judge the awards, and by the work of volunteers from the Family Liaison Office, FSYF, AAFSW, AFSA, who helped organize today's ceremony. And I especially want to thank FSYF's Jennifer Jafari and FLO's Mary Beth Hunter for all the work they did, along, of course, with their colleagues. Like last year, we are delighted to have received a letter from the Secretary of State, Michael Pompeo, commending our award recipients. The message is in your program, but please allow me to take a moment to read it. Letter from Secretary Pompeo. As Secretary of State, I know that our nation's frontline diplomats depend on their families for moral support and understanding. In our travels, Susan and I have seen firsthand the sacrifices made by our diplomats and their families. I applaud the work of the Foreign Service Youth Foundation and the other groups that partner with the Department of State to support our families around the globe. On this occasion of the annual Youth Awards Ceremony, I am delighted to congratulate the students honored today. Each of you successfully embraced the adventure of your internationally mobile childhood, overcoming the challenges of changing homes, schools, friends, and countries, while also seizing the opportunities offered by your special lifestyle. Susan and I commend you and all the children of our Foreign Affairs community. Sincerely, Michael R. Pompeo. To start today's ceremony, we are honored to have a keynote address by Carol Z. Perez, Director General of the Foreign Service and Director of Human Resources. Her previous assignments include U.S. Ambassador to Chile, Principal Deputy Assistant Secretary in the Bureaus of Human Resources, and International Narcotics and Law Enforcement Affairs. She has also served overseas in Milan and Barcelona. Please join me in welcoming her to the podium.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Thank you. I know it's a little bit early, so maybe not had time for coffee yet. John, thank you so much. It is a great honor to be here with so many distinguished guests and today's honorees. And today's honorees, as you know, are the youngest members of our Foreign Service family, something that Secretary Pompeo and Susan Pompeo have talked about quite a bit. So all of you being honored today are growing up with remarkable experiences, perspectives, and challenges that will shape the way you, of the adults that you will become. I know you've attended multiple schools in multiple countries. You've made friends in different nationalities. I know many of you have learned multiple languages. And I know while the diplomatic life might seem very glamorous in the movies, and you know it can really present significant challenges. And you've moved frequently, and you've had to say goodbye to many friends, schools, and homes over the years. And some of you may have left places very suddenly when you did not expect to. You've been the new kid on the block, a new kid who may not even speak the local language, who has to enter a new community, build friendships, and figure out a new city and a new school. And when you return to the United States, sometimes it takes a while to feel like you are back at home. Your new classmates here in Washington, D.C. area might not understand the stories that you have experienced living overseas. My husband and I raised 3 children in the Foreign Service in this very unique environment. I wouldn't say they were always happy campers about the lifestyle, and in fact, I remember when I was assigned to go to Barcelona as the principal officer, my daughters were in elementary and middle school, And when I came home and told them I had been assigned, they said, "Oh, thanks, Mom, have fun." And I said, "Well, what do you mean?" And they said, "Well, we're not going." And I said, "No, it doesn't work that way. This is not a democracy in the way you think it is." And they went under great duress, great pressure. They were, for the parents in the room, a little cranky. You know, girls especially, you can only imagine how they want to share their opinions with me. And it was pretty ugly. So we did the pack out, we got there, and one day, about a month later, my older daughter, who I think was 14 at the time, came home and said, "This is the best ever." Because Barcelona was very safe, and she was able to go out with a group of her friends and go down to the plaza in the middle of Barcelona and go to a free concert, and then they all went somewhere and had like a Coca-Cola, and she was able to come home at like 10 o'clock because there was, you know, free transportation, and she was the group of kids. Nothing I would have let her do in Virginia. So I only say that because it is hard, but I also think that my children understand that they wouldn't be who they are today were it not for these experiences. So I just leave that with the parents in the room. And for those of you who are between the ages 11 and 14, it is not the end of your life as you know it, although you may think that. And they were able to come back and actually finish high school in the States, and it was a great experience for them. So we are really here today because we are going to look at the work that you have done and you are being recognized for and for your amazing experiences. I just had an opportunity to look at the artwork, which is always absolutely amazing to me. There's some really incredible pieces of art there, and I'm so thankful that you took the time to do it. It's not easy. You've done essays on international ideas, you've done community work, you've dazzled the panels, I know, who had the privilege of reviewing them. So each of your submission for these shaped you. Your creative work have titles such as Hometown Chatter, All Roads Lead Home, and Truth. In your visual art, you pictured a globally diverse dining room table. I love that, and all the little food, tacos being one of them, my favorite. A map of the multiple nations that you call your own, and the suitcases that held or hold some of your most precious items. Your essays vividly capture your hopes and dreams, from university life to a career in oncology. And while overseas life features prominently in all of your works, I would say that the other theme is service. And as one globally mobile contestant wrote, "I've worked on service projects all over the world." So this appreciation of home and service will serve you well, but I also think it's part of what we as the Foreign Service community and family share in common. Your roots also span the world, and your life experiences will give you a much deeper understanding of and respect for what it means to live in a free, democratic society, and it will give you the tools to make sure that that society is much stronger. So I would say that you are already among our finest citizens and diplomats and treasured members of the Foreign Service family. This is your day, but I would also challenge you to view your awards as a chance to renew your commitment to your unique talents and life experience to build a better world and to continue to serve in whatever way is most meaningful to all of you. So congratulations for all that you've accomplished and for what I know you will accomplish in the future. I also want to recognize the large circle of family and friends that are with us today and also all over the world. As John noted, a number of people are not here today because they're actually serving overseas. We appreciate everything that you do. It's not easy being a parent in the Foreign Service, as that little vignette tells you, but I do thank you for it. I know there's a lot of sacrifices that goes along with that. I also want to give 2 shout-outs to organizations that make this event possible. The Foreign Service Youth Foundation, which this month celebrates its 30th anniversary of its founding. And so today, as always, FSYF is focused on helping young people adapt to the changing environments as they transition between posts worldwide and also in Washington. And I am delighted that FSYF, along with AAFSW and AFSA, continue to support our families around the globe. And Barbara Stephenson, the president of AFSA, is here with us today, which is an honor. And secondly, I'm delighted that FSYF's 2 co-founders, former Family Liaison Director Marianne Minatillo. Marianne? Yes? It's great to see you. And former Overseas Briefing Center Director Lee Lacey. Yes. They are also being honored today because they are the co-founders of the organization that happened in 1989. So kudos to you for coming up with something innovative and lasting. Here we are 30 years later, and it's as strong as it was when you started 30 years ago. So let me end my remarks because I know we have a lot of awards to give out. Thank you so much. Thank you for being here. Congratulations to all of the young people in the room. Congratulations to parents. And congratulations to all our sponsors for this. This is a really important event for all of us. Good luck. Thank you.
Thank you very much for those great remarks. We will now begin the presentation awards with the FSYF Academic Merit Awards. 2 awards go to high-achieving high school seniors who were selected from 38 applicants. The first place recipient is Alexander Bookbinder, who I invite to come up to the front of the stage. He will be attending MIT in the fall, where he plans to study physics or nuclear engineering. And what you in the audience need to know is you can see the certificate, but you can't see the check that's behind it. So certificate is for the high-achieving young person, and the check is for the parents who need to pay for 4 years at MIT. So the other recipient is Sophie Kane, who I invite to come up to the stage. She will be attending Yale University in the fall, where she plans to study political science. Okay, now we move on to the FSYF Community Service Awards. 2 awards recognize Foreign Service youth who demonstrate outstanding volunteer efforts in service to their community or to their peers. They were selected from 10 applicants. The prizes are donated by Clements Worldwide, a longtime FSYF supporter. So I invite to come up to the podium Victoria Someschini, who's broker manager for the Clements Marketplace, and Kanuk Kandu Kumar, who's Senior Director at Clements.
Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. So we at Clements Worldwide have been sponsoring the Foreign Service Youth Foundation Community Service Award since 2008. We're very proud of the work these exceptional young adults have accomplished in giving back to their local communities whilst they're abroad. The work that these young adults engage in not only connects them to the local communities whilst experiencing life abroad, but it also expands the US diplomatic mission. They're changing lives through their engagement and creativity, and which will continue to have an impact over the years, even after they leave. So looking at this year's award, every year we receive countless submissions, and it's becoming increasingly difficult to select winners with so much valued work going on. But choose we must, and would like to recognise the contribution of 2 very deserving recipients, both who've had a significant impact in their communities. So I'm honoured to present the award this year to Daisy Bailey for her work in Dakar and Margaret Moore for her work in Bangkok. Okay, I think Margaret's making her way up to the front. So I'd like to tell you just a little bit about their work. So Daisy took on an important mission. She worked with the Days for Girls, an organisation that supplies at-risk teenage girls with feminine hygiene kits, giving them the means to continue to receive education and afford them the opportunity to break the cycle of poverty. Her work with this community goes beyond simply creating kits, but goes on to teach these girls about health and confidence. And for Margaret, the second recipient, who unfortunately can't be with us today, she...
It goes backwards. Daisy couldn't be with us today.
Oh, Daisy couldn't be with us today. Beg your pardon. So, Margaret, who is here, has spent the past 7 years aiding those with a cleft palate. Over those 7 years, she's raised money and gone on trips to serve families preparing for surgery. Her help has changed lives for the better and quite literally put a smile back on the face of the underprivileged and underserved communities. So both of these young ladies represent the very best of today's youth. So again, I'd like to give a huge round of applause to both of these deserving winners.
Thank you very much. Next are the FSYF Essay Awards, sponsored by Jim McGrath, Associate Broker, Remax Premier. Mr. McGrath himself grew up in the Foreign Service and is a longtime supporter of FSYF. I invite him to come up to the stage to present the award to, we have one winner here today that he'll present the award to. 8 awardees were selected from 50 applicants for essays responding to the prompts that are quoted in your program. The winning essays are on display in the lobby for your viewing after the ceremony. Unfortunately, none of the middle school awardees could attend today, and when I read their posts, you'll know why, because they're overseas. They are Scott Fowler, serving in Manila, Sophie Bittner, serving in Copenhagen, Toma Tokumatsu in Asuncion, and Mathilda Sai in Tbilisi. But in the high school category, we do have a recipient here today, and I'm pleased to welcome to the stage India Eddy. India loves all aspects of theater, including directing, script writing, acting, and stage design, and she may also possibly have seen every Marvel movie made to date. The other high school awardees cannot be here today, but we will show their pictures. Salalem Waritu from Osaka, Kobe. Daisy Bailey, whose name you heard earlier, from Dakar. And Vivian Femister from Manila. So thank you very much, Jim. Next are the FSYF Art Awards, made possible by the State Department Federal Credit Union, where I've been a member since 1986. 11 awards are presented to artists utilizing any flat medium to illustrate the theme, World is My Hometown. They were selected from 80 applicants. To present the award to the recipient who's here today, I invite Max Aguilar, member of SDFCU's Board of Directors, to come up to the stage. Mr. Aguilar is a State Department civil service employee with over 25 years of federal service.
I'm old, but not that old. I'm actually have been at the State Department for over 27 years, and I just wanted to make a quick plug for the State Department Federal Credit Union. It's a member-owned, meaning we all own it, financial co-op institution. We have their main branch in the basement and branches and ATMs throughout the city, over $2 billion in assets, over 70,000 members, and it's a wonderful asset that we all own. So I just couldn't go without saying those few words and give a plug for the credit union. With that, I am old though, and as a result, I'm not going to read the award recipient because I didn't bring my reading glasses, so I'll let John. Oh, and one final thing, you know, the State Department has been a long-time supporter of FSYF, and one of the things, and this year when they came up short and one of the sponsors had to pull out, we jumped at the opportunity to contribute some more. So just, John didn't mention it, but I wanted to mention it on behalf of the credit union. So with that.
I should have mentioned it. Thank you very much. We're a 501c3 on a shoestring, so we really appreciate your support. So we have one recipient here today, but we'll save the best for the last. So let me go through the other recipients who couldn't be here today. So we have different levels, and we have a 5 to 8 year old group. And when they do come to these ceremonies, it's just amazing. Anyway, I was a Girl Scout Daisy leader years ago, and it just warms my heart. Anyway, so they couldn't be here today, but let's see their pictures and artwork. Charlotte Gerlamon from Nuevo Laredo. Lilia Willis from Kiev. And Lillian Kreis from Nairobi. And now we have an age 9 to 12 category, and the winners this year, who unfortunately are not here, are Akila Valdez from Yerevan, Annika Bittner from Copenhagen, Dutch Bullock from Yaoundé, and Keo Correa from Jakarta. And the final group is age 13 to 18. These are the ones who are not here today. Benjamin Lisi from the DC area. Jacob Newman from Stockholm. And Anna Wells, stationed in Lima. And in that same age group, and here today, is Charlotte Lancer, who I invite to come up to the stage. Charlotte loves to draw, play softball, and watch movies. Her artwork, along with the other winning art, is on display in the lobby. So next are the Kid Vid Awards, made possible by support from Megan Patches of MAP Property Solutions. Since 1995, these awards have been coordinated by the Overseas Briefing Center, a division of FSI's Transition Center. Participants produce a video highlighting life at Post for children and teens. This year, 3 videos were selected from 10 submitted. The videos have been added to OBC's extensive audiovisual collection and are accessible online via the members-only section of the FSYF website. Unfortunately, none of the recipients were here today, but they are Vivian and Sebastian Femister from Manila, Varya Boston from Dar es Salaam, and Celine and Austin Monistel from Nairobi. So that's the FSYF Youth Awards, and so we now move to 5 merit awards presented to high-achieving students by the Associates of the American Foreign Service Worldwide. AAFSW has been advancing the interests of foreign service families since 1960. Presenting the awards is AAFSW President Dr. Joanna Athanasopoulos Owen, and I invite her to the stage.
Good morning, everybody. Very nice to see you all. So AFSW supports scholarships, merit scholarships, for quite some time now. And I would like to, first of all, thank our scholarship chair, Sherry Barndoller-Rock, who is not here today, and also the panel of judges that adjudicated this year's merit scholarships and also the twice exceptional scholarships, for which I'm going to speak a little bit later. Our panel of judges was Debbie Miller, Toyryla, Lucy Whitley, and Ann Laporta, and we thank them all very much. With that, I'm going to move to the various people that won. Some of these people are here. Some of the people are not here. I would also like to thank our office manager, Barbara Riou, for all the administrative work she did and all the preparation of all these things. So the first AFSW Merit Scholarship for college students, which hands down $2,500, is Isaac Young Burkhalter. Isaac Burkhalter, the son of Edward and Susan Burkhalter, was born in Singapore and has lived in Uzbekistan, Nigeria, the Netherlands, and Japan. Isaac graduated from St. Maur International School in Yokohama, Japan, in June 2017. He is currently a rising junior studying aerospace engineering at the University of Virginia. Congratulations, he's not here to accept the award, but we are really happy about it. Our second merit scholarship awardee for college students is Alexander Toyryla, the son of Michael, and Kendra Toyryla is a rising sophomore at the College of William and Mary, majoring in physics with a mathematics minor. He graduated from the International Community School in Addis Ababa, Ethiopia, with a full IB diploma. He has lived in Laos, China, South Africa, Brazil, and the United States. Congratulations to both our winners. I think we have with us Alexander. So this is the next scholarships. We call them twice exceptional merit scholarships. They also hand down $2,500 per person. A couple of years ago, I served as the Parent-Teacher Association president in one of the Fairfax County public schools. In that role, I met with parents of children with various levels and kinds of disabilities for whom there had been individualized educational programs established, otherwise known as IEPs. I also met a few of the IEP students who overcame many obstacles and strived for academic excellence. With this past experience, last year, as president of the Associates of the American Foreign Service Worldwide, I introduced for the first time a different kind of merit scholarship. It's still a merit scholarship, which is named Twice Exceptional Scholarship. This AFSW scholarship is specifically designed for students with a disability who exhibit academic excellence nonetheless. There are two winners this year. The first one, Peter Banks, for $2,500, who I think is here. Peter Banks, the son of Jared and Laura Banks, has lived in Mozambique, Brazil, Poland, and Switzerland. After high school graduation, he took a gap year and volunteered with the American Conservation Experience through AmeriCorps and worked on many projects across Arizona, Idaho, Nevada, and Utah. He is currently studying economics and math at George Mason University. Congratulations. Our other student couldn't be here today, but his award is already in the mail. He just graduated from a science-oriented high school after 5 years back at home in the United States. During his 11 years overseas in Europe and Asia, he learned 3 new languages. He is trying to find time to take foreign language classes at a technical institute he'll be attending this fall, and he plans to spend a term abroad the following year. This summer, he will complete a software engineering internship at a local technical firm and hopefully release some programming-related side projects. He's going to be the richest person amongst us. Congratulations to both our winners. We continue with the Judy Felt Memorial Volunteerism Scholarship, and we hand down $1,500 for this. The Judy Felt Memorial Volunteerism Scholarship was created to honor the late Judy Felt, a longtime AFSW member who served as AFSW president and as Art and Book Fair chair. Her name is Abigail Wollam, the daughter of Michelle and Park Wollam. Abby is a senior at St. Olaf College in Northfield, Minnesota, with a double major in history and political science and a concentration in international relations. She has lived overseas while her family served in Guinea, in Tunisia, in Croatia, Ethiopia, Bolivia, Zimbabwe, Ghana, and Nigeria. They will soon be relocating to serve in New Delhi, India. Abby's life has been enriched by a variety of volunteer activities, such as working with the Chieza support group for HIV children in Zimbabwe, building and fundraising for Habitat for Humanity, food waste recovery, and assisting in therapeutic horseback riding lessons. Congratulations. She's not here though. And the last award for AAFSW is the Best Essay Award for $1,000. Grace Thompson is the winner. She's the daughter of Dean and Jane Thompson. Grace Thompson is a junior pursuing a bachelor's degree in linguistics in Miami University of Ohio. At Miami, Grace works as a consultant at the Howie Writing Center, assisting undergraduate and graduate students across a variety of disciplines. She also gives presentations facilitating peer editing and the writing process. Grace has been the recipient of several creative writing awards and scholarship. Congratulations, and this concludes all our AFSW scholarship for this year. Thank you very much to everybody that applied. We had a lot of competition, and we're looking forward to seeing you next year. Congratulations.
It's one of the few times I have to move the microphone down. So, next, we're joined by our sister organization, the American Foreign Service Association, which will present its Academic Art and Community Service Awards. I now invite AFSA President Ambassador Barbara Stephenson and AFSA Scholarship Coordinator Theo Horn to come up to the stage.
Good morning, everybody. It's great to see you here. And it's my great pleasure to be with you to recognize all these fantastic Foreign Service students and their impressive achievements. This is the last time that I'll have the opportunity as AFSA president to present these awards, so I hope you'll forgive me if I take just a little bit of extra time to express AFSA's and my congratulations to our honorees this morning. Each year, I am impressed by the range, experiences, and achievements of our students. Architecture, musical theater, mechanical engineering, fine arts, physics, biology. I can confidently say that collectively, you've pretty much covered the waterfront with your wide-ranging interests and achievements. So in addition to congratulations, I also want to say thank you. Thank you for participating in our scholarship program and for letting us share in your curiosity and your dreams and your accomplishments in your lives. We are just so proud of you. And as our DG noted, it wasn't necessarily easy getting here. Growing up in the Foreign Service undeniably comes with challenges, moving from one country to another every 2 or 3 years, saying goodbye to old friends and having to start all over again, making new ones. But especially as I looked at the art that was on display in the Diplomacy Center and now is in the lobby, I love the one of the, I didn't know it was a 5 to 8-year-old who did that fabulous one of the people at the table with the food, you know, the tacos and the plantanos and the rolls. It was such a great picture. I love it. Of those people of different cultures sitting at a table sharing that special food from that place called home. It reminded me all over again of the compensating rewards of a life in the Foreign Service. So many colleges and universities are making a big effort now to beef up their global programs, hoping to produce what they call globally competent graduates. This is a big demand from business. I like to think that every one of AFSA's Merit Award winners has already pretty much mastered this skill set of global competence. As I did last year, I also want to acknowledge the important role played by the parents. The Foreign Service life can be a challenge for parents, too. My husband and I raised 2 children during my career, and I know from personal experience just how hard it is when a teacher reports that my child sat alone in the corner of the library, again, at recess. And you sit there and you go home and you say, wow, am I putting my career first? Am I putting it ahead of my children's interests? Am I sacrificing my child's well-being for my own ambition? I mean, these are difficult. The liaison office always told us, but most of the time it does. I know that in our family, we're blessed now with really what we can almost call 2 young adults. Our son he's just about to turn 20, and they're coming out as strong and determined adults and absolutely with a globally competent skill set. My son greets me every day with, so Mom, what's the most important thing that happened in the world today? I love that. And in the case of you parents reflecting today on your children's success, you deserve our admiration. You've raised impressive, intelligent, curious, and world-wise kids, sometimes under really challenging circumstances. So to all of you parents, I say, well done and congratulations. Yeah. I see some hugs going on out there. Good. Forgive everybody for all the mean things you said during the moves. This year, we at AFSA have the pleasure of giving $129,000 in merit awards divided among 38 students. This equals the highest amount ever given in AFSA merit awards, and it's the highest number of students so honored. It's one of my proudest accomplishments as AFSA president to have brought about a change in how we administer these scholarship programs. By dramatically reducing overhead, we were able to increase the number and monetary value of our merit awards, which range from $1,000 to $3,500 this year. 12 of the recipients are in the United States and able to be with us today. They will shortly come on stage to be honored. Before handing out these awards, I want to thank the scholarship judges and members of the scholarship committee, as well as the sponsors and the donors who have pushed AFSA Scholarship Fund to a record $11 million. In fact, it has been so successful that we have been able to stop actively fundraising for the scholarship fund. The interest alone will sustain our program and our giving for the foreseeable future. If any of you are inclined to support AFSA with charitable giving, I ask that you consider the Fund for American Diplomacy, the 501c3 that supports AFSA's national outreach effort, enabling AFSA to tell the proud story of the Foreign Service across this great country of ours. John and Priscilla Becker, longtime supporters of the Scholarship Fund, are here with us today. It's great to see you, and thank you for your support. And now I'd like to ask Theo Horn to join me on this stage to read the names of the honorees while I have the pleasure of congratulating them in person. Theo, you come up. I'll leave this here.
Thank you, Ambassador. When your name is called, please come to the stage to receive your award and to take a quick picture. First up, we have Joseph Banks. He's the son of Jared and Laura Banks. He received his education at his home in Ashburn, Virginia, and plans to attend the University of Virginia to study computer science and math. He is the recipient of the Turner C. Cameron Jr. Memorial Scholarship. Next up, we have Jude Bedessem. He is the son of Joseph and Eccles Bedessem. He graduated from the Thomas Jefferson High School for Science and Technology in Fairfax, Virginia. He plans to attend the College of William and Mary to study physics and mathematics. He is the recipient of an AFSA Academic Merit Scholarship. Next, we have Monique Charlefeux. She is the daughter of James Charlefeux and Josefina Cervantes. She graduated from the Frankfurt International School in Germany. She plans to attend Leiden University College to study international studies. She is the recipient of the Linda K. Fitzgerald Memorial Community Service Award. This is Amy Dastin Van Ryn, is the daughter of Michelle Dastin Van Ryn and Paul Van Ryn. She graduated from St. John's International School in Belgium. She plans to attend the University of Maryland to study economics, public policy, and theater. She is the recipient of an AFSA Academic Merit Scholarship. James Golson is the son of James and Erin Golson. He graduated from Fairfax High School in Fairfax, Virginia. He plans to attend Wake Forest University to study international relations and politics. He is the recipient of an AFSA Academic Merit Scholarship. Eleanor Holtzapple. She is the daughter of Rick and Eleanor Holtzapple. She graduated from Washington Lee High School in Arlington, Virginia. She plans to attend New York University in Abu Dhabi and is currently undecided on her major. She is the recipient of a Joanna and Robert Martin Academic Scholarship. Dan Heun is the son of Hoa Heun and Mai Nyujan. He graduated from St. Albans School in Washington, D.C. He plans to attend Yale University and study mechanical engineering. He is the recipient of the Donald S. Memorial and Maria Giuseppa Sprigler Academic Merit Scholarship. Anton Katula. He's the son of Michael Katula and Agnieszka Jims Victor. He graduated from Wakefield High School in Arlington, Virginia. He plans to attend the University of Virginia and is currently undecided on his major. He is the recipient of an AFSA Academic Merit Scholarship. Veronica Lang is the daughter of Stephen and Karen Lang. She graduated from McLean High School in McLean, Virginia. She plans to attend Smith College and study mathematics. She is the recipient of a Joanna and Robert Martin Academic Merit Award. Elizabeth Liston is the daughter of Stephen and Susan Liston. She graduated from Bethesda Chevy Chase High School in Bethesda, Maryland. She plans to attend the University of California, Berkeley to study political science. She is the recipient of an AFSA Academic Merit Scholarship. Maxwell Turry is the son of Catherine Monahan and Joseph Turry. He graduated from Bethesda Chevy Chase High School in Bethesda, Maryland. He plans to attend Southern Methodist University to study business. He is the recipient of an AFSA Academic Merit Scholarship. Finally, we have Sophie Aisa Kane. She's the daughter of Kristen and Hamed Kane. She graduated from the American School of Brasilia in Brazil, and she plans to attend Yale University to study political science. She is the recipient of the John and Priscilla Becker Family Academic Merit Award. Will the John and Priscilla Becker please join us on stage as well? We would also like to invite any of our winners who did not have an opportunity to come to the stage today to stick around after the ceremony to join us on stage for a photograph and to be honored. May I please just have one more final round of applause for our winners.
So thank you, Theo, and congratulations again to our so impressive winners. What a pleasure to have you all carrying AFSA scholarships with you as you go forward. You make us all proud. So thank you again, and good luck to all of you.
Okay, we reached our final award today. It's a presentation of the Foreign Service Youth Advocacy Award. FSYF created this award 4 years ago to honor volunteers and supporters who over a period of years significantly advanced FSYF's mission of supporting Foreign Service youth. This year, on our 30th anniversary of FSYF's founding, we are giving a special double award to Marianne Minutilo and Lee Lacey. In 1989, Marianne Minutilo, as the director of the Family Liaison Office, and Lee Lacey, as director of the Overseas Briefing Center, founded FSYF. As a result of their foresight and leadership, over the past 3 decades, FSYF has helped our young people adapt to their changing environments as they transition between posts worldwide. I am honored to invite them to come to the podium, receive the award, and make some remarks. Just let me say, since this is an award for volunteerism, it's the one award that doesn't come with a check. So come on up.
Marianne leaned over a minute ago and she said, "You go first." Now I have to tell you that I've been doing everything Marianne tells me to do for nigh on to 35 years, so. You have my remarks, I have yours.
Oh,
Okay.
she has my remarks and I have.
Hers are better anyway, so. So first, let me just thank John and all of the board members of the Foreign Service Youth Foundation for this award. It's very, very much appreciated. And most especially, I want to thank the young scholars who are here today. There are a few characteristics of these young people that I'd like to highlight. First, I want to thank you for your courage. You follow your parents to challenging and exotic places so that they can serve the United States of America. Secondly, I want to thank you and recognize your deep cross-cultural savvy, going into new communities and new schools over and over and over again. And finally, for your creativity in identifying passions and hobbies and interests and service that keep you going through the transition so smoothly and evenly. I want to recognize you all today. Thank you very much. I'd like to take you back for a moment to 1989. In 1989, there was no Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, or even an internet. There was also no Hulu, Netflix, HBO. Videos had just come into family rooms in the United States and overseas. And finally, there were no cell phones. In fact, it used to take a couple of days to book and make a call from a post back home to Washington, D.C. So we knew that, so if you wanted to learn about your upcoming new school, you actually physically had to come to a little room in the Foreign Service Institute that was housed in Roslyn, in work through some papers to find out what you needed to know about the potential for classes and activities. There were a group of people who recognized that we needed to know more about the kind of support needs that this group of people had. And we didn't even know at that time what third culture kids were. So we invited David Pollock, who had built on the research of Ruth Useem out of University of Florida, to come to the Overseas Briefing Center and give us some more insights as to how we could be better supporting this population. That led to a number of advocates. I'd like to name a few. Kay Aiken, who's with us today. Jean German, Phyllis Habib, and Judy Bloom all came together to develop training and materials and to form the Around the World in a Lifetime group that would support Foreign Service youth. So on behalf of those wonderful people and all of you scholars and young diplomats, and Mary Ann, who of course took the lead, I've been following her forever, as the FLO director, we at the OBC supported all of those efforts. So thank you, Mary Ann, and thank all of you. Thank you.
Please stay here.
Thank you. I've been standing behind her for all these years, too.
Thank you, Lee. Thank you to the Foreign Service Board and to many others who contribute time and effort to sustain the important work of the foundation. It's really a tribute to all of you that we celebrate this 30th anniversary today. I think that's pretty remarkable, and it's due to all of you. I have to say I am also so very honored to be recognized and receive this award with my dear friend and colleague, Lee Lacey. At this time, I would also like to recognize my husband and our son, Roberto. Now, Roberto was in kindergarten. He's a lot older than that now. He was in kindergarten when we went to our first post in Guatemala. Then 6 posts and 2 evacuations later, he graduated from high school in Bahrain. He went off to college in the United States, and we went off to another overseas assignment. Now, I suppose that's normal, isn't it, for children in the Foreign Service? He was a third culture kid, but we didn't really know much about what that meant. I don't even think we had the name in his early years. So we were very happy when I came here to the United States and became part of the Family Liaison Office and learned about what third culture kid meant, learned from some of the wonderful people that Lee mentioned. And then later, we recognized that were things that our offices couldn't do. They were sort of beyond the ken of what federal government agencies could do, but we felt that there were more needs. And so the idea of the Foreign Service Youth Foundation grew. And we are so happy and proud that the Foreign Service Youth Foundation continues today. It's a wonderful organization. It is for the Foreign Service family. It is for you. And it brings together these young people to share in their experiences, to share in their extraordinary experiences growing up all over the world. I would like to join in congratulating the awardees who were recognized today. Thank you to all of you, and congratulations. And I would like to add a special congratulations to all the young members of the Foreign Service family, the Foreign Service families that are here and that are in all those countries around the world. So many of them were mentioned earlier today. They are third culture kids, and more importantly, they are tomorrow's global citizens. The Foreign Service Youth Foundation is so proud to be able to help all of you, our Foreign Service youngsters, on your journey forward. Thank you. So, leave now.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
So much.
Thank you, Marion and Lee, for those great remarks. To conclude today's ceremony, I ask everyone to join me one more time in a round of applause for our amazing winners.